Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome back. I hope you are doing fantastic today. My voice hurts. I had a really long day at work. I had a long day at work yesterday too. I've had long days at work this week and that is okay. But I think I took like the equivalent of like 150 calls today and made like 13 sales. So I'm a little tired, but so we probably won't have a super prolonged yap. But I don't have like a ton to talk about anyway. We could always yap while I'm power washing, so that's not a problem. And I'm excited to do some power washing tonight. I got some new music for us to listen to, so that should be nice. So hi everybody, how are you? Welcome back. I hope you're doing fantastic today. I'm doing great because in spite of my tiredness, I'm off tomorrow. Thank God. So anyway, hi Silver, how are you? Hi Queen Rat, happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, my dudes. I was telling Kaylin, I was like, the problem with being the other day, like the problem with being chronically online is that you eventually metabolize every meme that's ever happened and it continues. They never stop. There's always like a fresh batch of them, like at least every 3 months. And that's every 3 months for the rest of my life. I know memes from like 2008. What am I ever supposed to do with that knowledge except reference it to you guys and hope that you might understand it? How? That I was telling Kayla, I was like, that's the trouble with getting older. Just in general, when you're no longer hip with the kids anymore, it's not that you're not hip. It's that you don't have the brain space anymore to store what's hip. Like you don't, like you're like, wait, all the knowledge I learned over the past 2 years is meaningless? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Anyway, hi everybody. Silver, I did not have a team lead meeting yesterday. She totally canceled it. Just completely straight up canceled it like first thing in the morning. Definitely made me very nervous. It was fine. Nothing's happened. She just didn't even try to reschedule. I was already very nervous about it anyway, so that somehow made me more uneasy, but I think it's fine. So the tea is that we recently got some new people promoted to team leads. And then also someone just left, I think, the company. Or no, wait, she got promoted maybe? Anyway, something happened. Somebody moved around. I think she got promoted, but somebody moved around in the departments or whatever. She was a team lead and she got promoted or something like that. Excuse me, oh my gosh. So anyway, we got this big department email and it had a footnote at the bottom of it that said, she's left. We have a bunch of new people who's coming on as team leads. So regardless of who you're assigned to, everyone's getting new team leads. We're going to rotate everybody on team leads. That way everybody can get a chance to be under other styles of leadership and whatever. Now, the problem is, I don't know if that applies to me or not. So don't bet on it. That's right. I'm going to become my own business owner. I'm not going to do that. I have other priorities. Okay. Don't bet on it. Don't bet on it. I will, just not at my company. But yeah, so like, I don't know if that applies to me or not, because technically the person that they're referencing moving up was on the like enrollment agent side, but I might get a new team lead. My current team lead canceling our team lead meeting is sort of, I feel like, further evidence to that. We're going to find out if that's a good thing or not. Sometimes you don't know if it's better the devil you know versus devil you don't. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Hi, Artie. How are you? Welcome in. I hope you're doing good today. Welcome. I'm just yapping about work. I usually am. But no team lead meeting. What's happened though, so speaking of like people moving around, one of our warms agents, the one that's been there forever and who was like the one that took the most calls and handled the first or whatever, she moved up to the like enrollment agent position. So now it's just me, the coworker I hate, and one other person. So I took nothing but first on Monday, and I took almost nothing but first yesterday too. So that's part of the reason my voice is so tired. I'm talking to so many people. So I think because she moved up, we now have 3 people in warms versus 4. So I think that's why, is I think there's less people, there's less manpower. I will say the dialer is doing an absolutely abjectly terrible job at making sure we're getting everything called on time, or called 3 times a day. But you know, that's not my problem. It's really not. That's not my problem. That's somebody else's problem. I'm just doing my job. It gives me calls, I take them. Like, unless they tell me to do anything different, that's not my issue. As usually they'll be like, they have to be called 3 times a day and you have to call them in a timely manner. And we want these things called. I'm literally getting the dialer giving me calls that haven't been called since last week because for some reason it just never presented it to anybody. Because it's an algorithm, I don't even think they understand. And you know what? That's not my problem. So yeah, you have a new addiction. What is it, Artie? Relatable. What is it? Mine's always art. This is always art related. You're gonna need a blanket. And I will hydrate. Give me a second, Silver. I don't have any water yet. I'll stretch though. Fast food similar. Oh my god, I heard about that one. I've seen people play it. It looks fun. I think it looks like it's more fun to play with more people than just yourself. So like that's the only reason why I haven't played it. Is I just like collabing. I don't have the time to collab or whatever. But I do feel like that would be a ton of, like a game that'd be super fun to collab with. Have you guys heard of, oh my god, what's that one? That's like the aliens running the gas station. I want to collab with somebody on that one. That one looks fun as heck. I have people to collab with. Like, whenever I rated Siren on Monday. It's like, yeah, what's it called? It's called something like odd something. Roadside assistant, I think so. Something like that. Roadside oddity, something like that. It's something like that. But yeah, like we rated Siren. Siren was like, we should collab. I'm like, oh my god. We should. I'm just so busy. I wish I wasn't so gosh darn busy. Otherwise we would. So I might have to see about that. But I'm like, let me see about finding the time to do that. Meanwhile, we're rapidly approaching AEP in the busiest season of my year. But you know what? Don't even worry about it. It's fine. So, okay. Give me 1 second. I am going to go make my tea. My throat really hurts. Oh my God. I'm like, my voice is so tired. 2025 was I'm tired. 2026 is I'm busy. 2027, I'm rich, hopefully. I'm rich. I'm rolling in it, actually. I'm self-employed. Any of those actually are good. Any of those. Any of those. I'm rich. I'm dating someone new. I'm moving into a house. I'm like self-employed. Business is booming. Any of those, honestly. That would be, I'd love that. Manifesting the vibes. Anyway. I'm successful. Dreams, goals. Anyway. We gotta hustle to get there though. Gotta work. I always just, again, because we're talking about, I'm talking about, Siren a lot tonight for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe she's thinking about me and that might be why I'm thinking about her. I don't know. Maybe we're like on the same brain cell. But like I'm obsessed when we raid Siren. She's got that like, gotta work. Gotta make that money, make bird. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Her raid song is really fun. I like her raid song. I think it's fun. I never hear mine. I think it's too quiet for me to hear whenever people raid me. So, you ordered your graduation cap and gown today? That's awesome, Queen Rod. That's exciting. So big brain. So big brain. So big brain. Anyway. So yeah, so plant update for you all. So, number one, you know how I said that my cucumber plant was growing a cucumber without my permission? By the time I found it, it was like, you know, overripe, so I couldn't eat it. Oh, sorry, snack tour. Tea tonight is strawberry tea. I need it for my throat, poor thing. Handful of M&Ms, and like the last of my M&Ms, actually. I need to get some more. And I'm a handful of that cheddar popcorn again. The white cheddar popcorn. But yeah, so I'm just munching. So I'm like, might as well tell you what I'm munching on. So I said my cucumber grew plant, cucumber without my permission. Yesterday, I was like, I should go take a cucumber inventory because it's been raining a lot lately. So I haven't been watering my plants myself, my outdoor ones, because they are busy being watered by the gods. So the sky. So I was like, let me go after work, and I did a cucumber inventory. My cucumber plant is growing 2 more cucumbers. So it really is surviving. I don't know if it's thriving, but it looks sad, but it's surviving. And like the 2 cucumbers it's growing are pretty big. Like one of them's gotten pretty large. So I'm gonna let it ripen on the vine for a couple more days. I'll keep an eye on it, and then I'll actually get to pick it and eat it. That's kind of exciting. You know what? Fantastic timing to have a cucumber plant that's growing me cucumbers when the cyclosporosis bacteria or whatever is on cucumbers right now, and they recommend you don't buy them from the grocery store for safety reasons. So, you know, fantastic time to be growing my own, actually. Which, that was part of the reason why I did it in the first place, is I was like, if I can replace a little bit of my produce from the store, that would be awesome. My attempts this year have been less than successful because of the extreme heat wave and also the extreme rain we've been getting. But they're not unsuccessful. I'm getting a few I feel like I really just need to take it to heart. My plants grow the best when I leave them the heck alone. I kind of just grow them in a feral way, more like a wilderness experiment than anything. And typically when I leave them the heck alone and let them grow wild, that's when they actually produce. So, you know, just leave them the heck alone. What's the temperatures like? 95. It's cooled off a little bit. It was 95, like never got 100. I don't think we've hit 100 once this summer, which is actually crazy because we always do. Weirdly, I feel like where you're up in Jersey, you guys have been hitting 100-degree temperatures. Georgia's been cooler. I don't know what's been with this weird inversion of temperature, but Georgia's actually been cooler the past few years in the summer, and you guys have been hotter. Climate change is wild. I don't know what's going on. This is not what I signed up for. I love the heat. So like, give me the heat all day long. But yeah, it's been raining almost every day, a little bit off and on for like a couple months now. So it cooled down a little bit this week. We're a little bit more like 90s, like low 90s, like 90 degrees, stuff like that. So the house no longer feels uncomfortably hot anymore. So that's kind of nice. So. Oh, it's just cleaning. But I have some pretty major cleaning I need to do. Like I'm doing some like spring cleaning type cleaning, like some big gutting type cleaning. So I'm so busy on my weekends now. I don't really have the time to do big cleaning projects. So I have to save them for my days off, if that makes any sense. So yeah, the big weekend will be freelancing stuff. So since I do my freelancing stuff on my weekends, I can do like small chores, but that takes up most of the energy I have for Saturdays. So I'm saving my big cleaning stuff for, I'm having to prioritize my time. So yeah, other plant update, my Monstera, my new one that I bought impulsively, it was pretty sad for about a week because I watered it really thoroughly, as you're supposed to. But then, because of all the rain, it's been crazy humid. Like, Kaylin has a little plant upstairs that she keeps on her windowsill too, that she also didn't have to water for a week because the soil was literally still wet. Like, it was so humid around here. It was just sweating every day. Like, my Monstera was like dripping water off of its leaves because it was too wet still. And Monsteras don't like staying wet. They like a good flood, but then they want their soil to drain. So, yeah, basically it was kind of like that of like, it kind of had to, oh, I just realized I didn't get a dish for it. Don't worry. Anyway, that's later issues. So that I can use a paper, like a plate if I need to. Anyway, so Monstera, sad for about a week, kind of experiencing some transplant shock because I just brought it home and it was getting used to stuff. Like yesterday and today, it suddenly decided it is now used to my house. It grew 3 new leaves overnight. And the plant only had 3 leaves to start with. So I can already tell it is going into like speed grow mode. And I'm like, oh God, because it's in that tiny little pot that I bought it in. So today I placed an order from Lowe's that's coming in a few days to buy some Monstera specific potting soil. And I have a pot already because I had one of my garden pots outside. The chamomiles never came up, and that's fine. I'm just going to dump the dirt out of that one and put it in that one because it should be a good mid-size pot for it to go in while it's growing. I already knew the Monstera was kind of root bound. It was like it had roots growing out the bottom, so it needed a new pot eventually. But that thing is taking off. There's a giant tube of a leaf growing in the center that I can tell is going to be a huge leaf the minute that it gets big enough, and it's growing like by the day. So I'm like, oh God, there it goes. So I had to buy a plant bit, like potting soil for it so I can put it in that new pot. And then also, I don't know if you guys know this, but Monsteras they do better when you give them support because they'll grow tall pretty fast. You have to get them these special moss sticks and you tie them to it. So they're like, it's like mossy. And so I bought one of those. So that's coming in the mail and should be here on Saturday-ish. So I might be repotting my Monstera this weekend, but that's my plant update. So Monstera is getting big. I will give you guys pictures once I repot it. That way you guys can see what it looks like its new pot. But is the freelance going well? Bringing extra income is still early. I'm still pretty early. It's one of those things that it's taken almost like an embarrassingly long time to get set up because it's kind of complicated. But it is going well. It is still a little bit early though. Freelancing in general takes a while to get going. It doesn't really matter. Like, unless you get super lucky, that's just always true of freelancing. And that's not even like just in my field. It's like everybody's. So, you know, you shouldn't be embarrassed you're working full time. You know, when you're right, you're right. Like, when you're right, you're right, you know? I only have about 4 hours a week to dedicate to it, which kind of sucks, but it's like I'm working on the weekends, so it's all I have. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of, I don't know. No, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Oh, one of my M&Ms looks funky. It looks like a pebble. It's like a weird shape. It's kind of cute. Anyway, I am working full time. That is true. You're right. So you got to balance living where you sleep. I know. It's so hard, huh? It doesn't help that I have a job that sucks. Like, if my job was easier, this would be easier. Sometimes I miss the days of my previous call center job. I don't. But sometimes, like, I am in a much better place financially now, which is awesome. Previously, I was not. And also, like, I was getting actively bullied in my previous job, so it's better that I don't experience that. I'm not getting actively bullied in my current job. And, like, I've learned so much from working for this company. So, like, I won't give that up. But, like, sometimes I miss how much time I had at work because I only took like 3 or 4 calls a day. So I did so much streaming work. Like, I got my whole channel going because I just had so much time. So I'm kind of just like, Kaylin's looking into freelancing too, and her job is that. Like, she didn't work for the same client that I worked for. Her client's more stable for now, knock on wood, fingers crossed. But she can do more stuff while she's at work. And I envy that sometimes because I'm like, my job is overwhelming. So, yeah, that's my plant update. I was going to show you guys just a real quick thing on Discord. I try to only give cross-stitch updates once a week. However, I had to today. I finished the outline of my first little axolotl. It's giving me cuteness aggression. Look at how adorable he is. He's giving me cuteness aggression. Look at him, little foots. Look at him, little foots. And his little dino tail. He's so cute. He looks like a salamander, which, I mean, I guess axolotls are like a kind of salamander, so I'm not like entirely wrong, but look at him, little feet. I'm screaming. He's so cute. Also, the speed at which I make progress on my cross stitch is inversely related to the quality of my mental health at work. So I made a lot of progress while scratching up, but that's okay. But him, little foots, so cute. And then I just had to show you guys because I haven't yet. I have this cool little ring clip thing that whenever this is all of the thread colors I'm using actively right now. Like, this is for my current project. I have the big box to store the rest of my little thread bobbins, but this is like my active project ring. I just think it looks neat. It's really handy because I just swing them around in the ring whenever I need them and I just pull it off, and it's very, very easy to use. So I like it. So, but yeah, that was just my little, I don't think I had any other updates. I did not. That's fine. But yeah, anyway, I am just vibing. I will hydrate. Give me 1 second. I think I'm also crashing. Oh my God, Silver. I forgot. Yes. I was back in its space last night. It's gone by the morning. But the white van did come back last night. Really? We were getting ready to sit down to eat. And I was like, I was yapping to Kaylin and I stopped mid-yap, wobbled on my feet, stared out the window and was like, my God, the white van is back. She was like cracking up as I was like mid-sentence and just immediately squirreled to the white van is back. So mayhaps we may see more sightings of the white van. It is back in our neighborhood again. It's gone, like I said, by today, but I'm just trying to figure out whether it's a 50-50 of whether or not drug dealer got back with her boyfriend or / baby daddy, or like if he's helping with the kids or something because it's summer. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's her boyfriend / baby daddy's van. I think that's what he does for work. But yeah, the white van is back. It's here. We got white van content in 2026. White van content in 2026. Do the neighbors on the other side still smoke a lot? No, actually, they've been a lot better about it. Now I do think, now I'm thinking about it. They've been a ton better about it. I do think that is proportionally related to me complaining about the drug dealer neighbors being so loud. I think because the drug dealers have not been loud since that final complaint I put in. I don't know if the property owner said something to them or what, but like they have not been, I haven't heard a peep out of them since. And the neighbors smoking less. So I think it's because they were smoking because they were stressed out because of the music. Because I mean, it's loud enough for me. I can't imagine I can't imagine what it would be like sharing a wall with someone like that because I have shared a wall with someone like that. So I think they were smoking because they were stressed. Now, the problem child right now that I'm gonna have to put in a complaint about, and I'm so upset about this because I'm like, I don't want to keep complaining to my apartment complex because I don't want to seem like I'm a problem or Karen, but like, the boy's being loud again. The boy is off for the summer and he's clearly bored. And he's spending about 4 hours every afternoon during the most annoying, busiest time at my job, watching movies with his subwoofer on and rattling the walls. And it got to the point today where I was like genuinely scared people could hear it on my calls. My microphone for work does have like the headset has like noise suppression, but I'm gonna have to complain about him again. And I hate it because I'm like, I was just complaining about drug dealer, so I don't want to seem like I'm just like making up problems. I know that sending the video of the drug dealer being loud did help, because it like gave proof that I wasn't just making it up. But like I tried to take a video of the boy being loud, but the problem is I realized I recorded some of it and I didn't hear anything on the recording, and I looked it up. Apparently iPhones don't record bass sounds well. Like iPhone cameras, because they're modulated to the sound of the human voice, which isn't super bassy. So they don't pick up bass very well. So I'm like, I can't like take a video of it. So like, it's fine. I'll still do it anyway because I need to, because it was stressing me the heck out. And I don't want it to show up on my calls at work because that's unprofessional and bad and could get me in trouble. But like, he's home and bored. I think his girlfriend's gone. I haven't seen her lately, so I think she might be like traveling or on vacation or with her family or something over the summer. She's been living with him for like a year. But get a job, Jesus. I say as I'm trying to stop having a job. Well, just having a different kind of job. But yeah, so when it's not one thing, it's another. Although I will say, not right now, but I did do some, let's call investigative journalism the other day, and housing prices in Georgia are dropping. And I thank our Attorney General for that. And Jeff Jackson for that, and all the attorney generals who were working on that landlord, like secret landlord club where they were raising all the prices and they took them to court and they punished them for it. Housing prices, and I'm even talking like renting houses. Housing prices in Georgia for rentals, at least in our area, they have now dropped by about $200 to $300 a month, respectively, like kind of depending on the range. So, I'm just saying, your girl needs to make just a little bit more money, and then maybe we could potentially actually finally think about. I'm just saying, some of the houses that I saw, they were sketchy. But first off, my apartment's already sketchy. Wow. Thank you for the subby, Queen Rat. Also, hi, King Rat. Welcome in. Hi, Queen Rat. Welcome in. Hi, Queen Rat. Thank you, Queen Rat, for the sub. The prime subby. I appreciate you. Of course, right when the ad starts. But like, yeah, so like, so I already live in a sketchy apartment anyway, and these houses don't look terribly much more sketchy than what I'm already renting. Now, I would not be stupid about it. I would get a realtor and go tour places. I'm not just going to blindly go after something. Like, I'm very picky about where I live. And that's always been true. Like, this apartment is crappy and very old, but it was and still is in a very safe section of town. And like, oh, you got to start on this. I was like, what does this flag say? Getting started in the sub goal. Like, this is a very safe section of town. It's a very like easy to access section of town. It's very central to a lot of stuff. So I'm very picky about where I live. But you know, listen, that is, you're way ahead of yourself. Find me a hot VTuber guy today first. Then we'll talk. Find me a hot streamer guy today, and then we'll talk. Hook me up with somebody, and then we'll talk. But yeah, so anyway, basically just the housing situation is a lot more feasible than it used to be. And it's not too much more expensive than what we're paying right now. Like, it still is more expensive, and you know, that's something like, I'm not going to be crazy about anything yet, but it's just me going, it used to be like back in 2024, the last time I was looking at renting a house, it was like $2,000 a month for a 3-bedroom. And now it's dropping a little bit more to like $1,800, $1,600, which is like a lot more in my price range. So, it was just me being like, that's just good that the housing market's dropping a little bit, which is thank God, because it's been unrealistic for the 3-bedroom, 2-bath was like 2,000. So you're saying Torbeck has no shot? I don't actually know the reference that you're referencing, but I do know Torbeck intimately. I need to keep watching. I'm watching one of the Legend of Avantris D&D campaigns sort of sometimes. I started Icebound. Was that what it's called? Oh God. I started one of them. I need to keep watching it, but I love them. I'm obsessed with their shorts. Torbeck doesn't know what's happening. Also Bitsy. My 2 favorite characters are Torbeck and Bitsy. I need to, oh my God, there's the, I don't have it saved. Queen Rat, let me, I don't think I've sent it to myself. Later, Queen Rat, I need to put, there is a, oh, hello. Mm-hmm. I can't show that on stream. I follow some very talented Genshin artists. I'm just greeted by, yes. I don't think I sent it to myself. Yeah, I need to, there's this really funny girl on TikTok who makes a Bitsy cosplay, and she like was crafting the Bitsy cosplay at the same time as she was doing like voicing the like bit about Bitsy not knowing what lemonade come from lemons. And I swear to God, this girl is like Bitsy incarnate. Like she is the human version of Bitsy. She nailed it. So I have to see if I can't find that. I'll put it in the Discord at some point. You know who you're talking about? It's so funny. I watch it every time it comes up. So my other favorite Bitsy bit is I don't have any context because I don't actually watch their campaigns. I just see all the shorts. But like when that one of them had like the drugged donuts or something, and then they're like, Bitsy, is that you? I don't know what you're talking about. And it like transitioned to the player's voice. Like it was like Bitsy's voiced by a man. It's a D&D campaign where it's a female mouse girl who talks like this. She's Bitsy, but it's a guy player, but it transitioned to his voice, like Derek's voice. It was so funny. Oh my God, in tears. Anyway, that's some of my favorite. They're so good. Anyway, I know exactly who Torbeck is. Anyway, but yes, so what mice in the carpet? What mice in the carpet? But yeah, what mice in that carpet? Drug Trip's so good it breaks the fourth wall and makes them see Bitsy's player versus Bitsy themselves. So funny. So funny. Anyway, so, okay, I think we shall do some, oh, Panda, hi, I will have you assassinated. How are you, Panda? Welcome in. I hope you're doing good today. We are perfect timing. We're just about to start the game. I just hydrated, but I will do another sip here. Baby sip for the hydrate. I think we're gonna start the game. We'll obviously keep yapping while we're playing. But you got to give me like 5 minutes to Bluetooth sync my controller. I have to do this every time, like manually, because for some reason, if it doesn't, my computer like won't reconnect to it again. And I literally don't know why. So, oh, that's fine, Panda. Don't even worry about it. We're just chilling. I had a very long day at work today. As you can hear how hoarse my voice is. I worked very hard today. So, okay. We have some new musica to listen to while we... What am I doing? Spotify. Yes. Okay. We have some new music to listen to while we power wash. A couple of like shorter playlists that I'm gonna like mash together basically. Excuse me. Okay. I DM'd you the Torbeck link. Okay, cool. We can always watch that later, maybe next time. Let me get the summer mixtape going. Good, I have that sound up, but that's maybe a little bit loud. Okay. I'm trying out a few different, playlists for our music or whatever so that we have... I'm trying to make sure not to blast you guys' ears out. Okay. Let me know if that's too loud. I don't think it is. It's loud? Okay. Is that better? I just turned it down. Is that better? Let me remind my computer that it is. Okay. If it's still too loud, let me know. I will turn it down again. I don't have, I kind of have context, but I don't really have context for how loud it is. So I want it to be like loud enough so that you can hear it, but like, you know, since we're power washing and everything. Okay, cool. Well, last time we were working on Abeling, which I am obsessed with. Let me pet the cats first. This is actually very important. Squeak. Bubbles. Oh, we need to find the cats on the new level because I actually haven't figured out where they are at yet. But yeah, we were Abeling, which I'm obsessed with now, actually. Oh, I love how it's like not loading. Anyway, yeah, we're working on this billboard for Jeff Jefferson the 8th, I think. I read that very quickly, so I might be wrong. Abeling is where you hang yourself from a basket in the sky to power wash, according to the game, and I'm obsessed with it. So I love that. Where are the cats? There's one of the cats. Oh, they're in the shade. Hi, Ulysses. So cute. Okay, chop chop, everybody. What should be our unhinged? Oh, look at the kitties. Oh, they're sunbathing. They're warming their tummies. That's so cute. Oh my God, look at them. Oh, and they're a little bit redder on their tummies in this level, so they're getting a tan. That's really funny, actually. Okay, this is actually a funny story. My cat, one time, one of the last times we actually went on like vacation and left her for a while, we went on vacation, actually left her at the house for like a weekend. We came back and this is before she took a bunch of meds and stuff. So we like left her kibble and things like that. So she was fed, she like had food and was taken care of. It's just, you know, you can leave cats for a few days and it's fine typically, unless they have meds like she does now. But yeah, we left her for a bit, came back. We're pretty sure she did not move off of the downstairs couch for the whole weekend because when we came home, she had a sunburn on her little head. I literally think she slept on the couch the entire time and slept so deep because we weren't in the house that she sunburned her head. It was actually very cute and very sad. We were like, oh my God. So I like got her some skin soothing stuff and it was adorable, but anyway. But yes, we're doing our power washing now. We got most of the sign, I think. Oh my God, I think I can remember how to do things again. I got most of the sign done last time. I have to do like the sides and stuff, but we got like most of like the top sign, like the front sign done and stuff. We just got to keep this crazy billboard. It looks so AI generated, which I think is probably the point, honestly. It's probably the point. Looks so fake. Anyway, but yeah, anywho. But yeah, what should be our unhinged power wash topic for today? I feel like every single time we power wash, we talk about something crazy. Does anybody have any unhinged topics to speak of? I guess speaking of pets, one of the things my unhinged opinions is that I don't know if you guys have ever heard about the history of like pet kibble, right? Stay with me here. So animals didn't used to eat kibble. Like until we started producing it, they used to just eat table scraps. Like when people had pets, they would just feed them table scraps, like most of human history, or like whatever was left over, right? Or they'd eat like mice in the barn or whatever. Like, oh, Jeff Jefferson's texting us. What do you think of my Town of the Year initiative? I don't know. It sounds like something Elon Musk came up with. Nothing like a dose of healthy competition to unite a community. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, I guess. That would be fine from anybody else but you. But yeah, so animals didn't used to eat kibble. They used to eat table scraps. And I think back around like World War II era, a businessman got the genius idea to invent canned dog food because it was like a convenient way to feed your dogs, right? And so then kibble kind of got invented after that, using a lot of like animal aftermarket parts and stuff. Like the parts of animals that nobody eats, right? From slaughterhouses and stuff. And so like, that's kind of how pet food was born. But like, I've always had the feeling that I'm like, wouldn't it be so, like, isn't it so depressed? There's a lot of argument basically nowadays of whether or not you should feed your pets raw food, whether or not you should feed them like cooked food. Like, is kibble good or bad? Is wet food good or bad? Like the vets claim that it's like nutritionally balanced. I do think it is, but I've always thought ever since I was a kid, I'm like, is it not sad for an animal to eat the same kibble every day for their whole lives? Because most people don't ever change their pet or dog, like their pet food. So they just eat the same kibble every day for their whole lives. Not unhinged, but sad. I had to throw away Helios's wet treat because I found out it was produced by the Hertz Company. Ooh, what did the Hertz Company do? Or Hertz Company. What did they do? There's tea I'm not aware of. What happened? What'd they do? Who they screw over? Yeah, like, can you imagine what a sad existence that would be, is if you ate like the exact same food every day for your whole life, no variation. So like, I've always been very pro giving my pets a little treat of human food. Like, they say you're not supposed to give your pets any human food because it messes with their digestion. And I'm like, I don't know how much I agree with that. And it's not like I give my cat a ton of food, but like, if it's something that she can eat and she wants it, I'll give her a tiny pinch. You know, a little snibble. Just like a little taste every once in a while. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with that because, like, again, in the wild, they have varied diets. I actually feel like it's more toxic to not give them a more varied diet, or like get them treats and stuff that, like, you know, like you can get different treats from the store and stuff. Hearts is headquartered in Jersey. That says it all. Linked to a lot of bad health things. Oh, really? Oh, did they like, has there been like court cases and stuff about it? Has it been like the food in particular, or is it like, do they like do like the, I know there's been a lot of stuff about like bad, like flea and tick medicine. Of like people's pets getting sick from buying the wrong flea and tick medicine. That's why I'm always, the only flea and tick medicine I get, Jade, food and shampoo. Wow, that's crazy. That's awful. So fun fact again from the ag major, the FDA does not regulate pet food. It's not FDA regulated. They can put anything in there. Like, most of them say that they get third-party vets to help formulate it, and I don't doubt that. Like, I think they do try to make it, but there's definitely a lot of pet food companies out there that are really sketchy about it. Yeah, I only get Jade her tick and heartworm medication. I only get Revolution, which is a brand from Australia. They actually ship it to me from Australia. It's the most expensive one, but it is also the safest one, like by far. So let me pick this up so it's not blocking my way. Boop. Do you feed Jade dry food, wet food, to mix it up? Both. So I actually would prefer if she only ate wet food because I get worried about. So, okay, so this is kind of a long, complicated story. Y'all know that my cat has health issues and a lot of tummy issues and itchiness issues, like skin allergies. And there's a lot of, I'm 89% sure based off the way she's reacted to stuff, she is allergic to chicken. No, I don't want to, no uppies, not yet. She's allergic to chicken. Unfortunately, like 89% of cat food treats, anything is made with chicken. She is not allergic to salmon and tuna, so that's typically what we get her when we're doing stuff like that. It is very easy to find salmon-only wet food. It is borderline impossible to find salmon-only dry food. I've never managed to find a salmon dry food that she actually likes. So I have vet prescribed, because we were dealing with her chicken allergy at one point, I have vet prescribed Science Diet hydrolyzed chicken kibble, which means they go in and remove the protein that the cat is allergic to so it doesn't make her have allergies, allegedly. I don't know how effective it is, but there's that. And then I also feed her wet food. I would prefer if she ate only wet food, but my sweet summer child is obsessed with kibble and will not stop eating it and will pitch a fit. Like, I've tried to transition her off of the kibble completely before and she just did not do it. So I have a feeling someday, if I got really dedicated and do what people do sometimes, where they do like they cook the food themselves. They'll like cook their own chicken and rice and salmon and like feed it to them. I have a feeling that would probably just overall be the best and she'd probably accept that. But that is a ton of money and work. And I do not have the time to do all that. That is bonkers level of dedication. So maybe someday if I have a ton of spare time on my hands, but not right now. So basically the answer to your question is a mix. I feed her kibble like twice a day, like a half scoop of it, like a half cup, and then I give her a spoonful of wet food at each, like, lunch and dinner. So that's kind of, I have, it's like a salmon and tuna wet food, and then I put a little salmon topper on it, and she's obsessed with the topper specifically. So that is that's her food regimen. Also, if you're ever thinking about feeding your pets anything other than like a canned, like a official food, like cooking it yourself or something, always talk to a vet. Like, find someone who properly nutritionally balances it for them, because you want to make sure they get the proper nutrition. You don't want them to like not be getting the nutrients they need. So it's very important. Like, I would not do that lightly. I would do a ton of research into it before doing it. So, by the way, Dirt Finder, I need my cat back. Absolutely not. Also, I don't think it was yours. I'm pretty sure it was your dad's. The photo ops are gearing up, and of course he'll be needed for my promotional tour of the county with his hat on. That's right. They used to make Ulysses wear a hat and tour around, and they don't even care that Ulysses is a girl. They didn't even know. That was the big twist of the end of Power Wash 1, spoilers, I guess, that Ulysses is a girl and had kittens when they called him a him the whole time. So it shows how much they care about her. So, JD's better than Miss Amy. I mean, yeah. Yeah, not even know the proper nutrition to make sure that they eat food that like won't kill them. You are correct. Cats are obligate carnivores, which means they can only eat meat. You cannot feed cats anything else but meat. I think technically you can give them things like rice, but it's more like as like a fiber thing. They do not get any nutrients from it. They are meat only, and you have to be very careful what you do with them. Dogs are like more like not all the way obligate carnivores. You can get a little bit more wiggle room on a dog. You cannot on a cat. And cats need, cats also are obligate carnivores, because this is your animal facts for the day. Cats cannot produce taurine, which is an essential amino acid in the body. They have to get it from eating animals. That's like the only way they can get it, is by consuming it in their food. So you have to make sure they're getting enough taurine, otherwise they will die. So you have to be very careful with that kind of thing. So talk to your doctor before doing anything like that. But Dendon tonight is burgers again. We had that on Monday. Last night we had our dump sheet pan meals, which I enjoyed very much. So I went kind of basic with meals this week. I did not have a lot of spoons to grocery plan. So Borgas. I do appreciate there are more brands out there, which again, heavy research, but like there's like Farmer's Dog. I think at this point they don't give you raw food, like pre-made raw food, but you can get like they're not. It's not raw. I think it's cooked, but it's still just like 100% meat and beef. Like it's like there are brands now out there that are trying to do more raw and like cooked like foods stuff for pets, and I do appreciate that exists for the people who do not have the time to prep them all hours of the day and night. I appreciate that they are trying to assist. I mean, it is just capitalism, but like, yes, it'd be delicious burgers. That sucks that you had to stop Helio's favorite treat stuff. Have you given him anything from the Churu brand? My household has discovered Inabra, the Churu brand, and needless to say, Jade would actually kill a human being for one. So, this is probably not the most efficient way to do this, but whatever. I'm just vibing, okay? It's kind of working. I'm not getting the other side as well as I wanted to, though. Stairs always tricky. I don't know if... yeah, I think I'd have to, like... I think I kind of have to do it this way, because I think with the Abeling, I don't think it, like, goes over all the way onto the corner like this, so... That's how I was going to switch to. I heard they're fine. Yes. So, Inabra, I actually have so Inabra is a Japanese brand. I think it's Inabra. I could be wrong. Anyway, it's something like that. It's a Japanese brand, so you know it's good. And they're the ones that make churro, which is just basically functionally cat crack. And cats are obsessed with everything they make. Jade is a very picky treats cat. She does not like treats very much. She would jump off a roof for those things. So, they are popular for a reason. Okay, I think, did I get, no. So the side ladder, oh my God, sorry. I'm trying to make sure I'm like getting everything. I'm gonna drive you guys crazy, but, oh my God. Let me like, figure, it's here, it's you. There we go. I will stretch, thank you, Silver. Oh. Oh my God. I still need to give the cats some to see if they like them because they're very picky. Yeah, they put, so the reason that they're crack basically is that they are functionally like pure meat. That's all they are, of like whatever description. So it's like pure chicken, pure tuna. I mean, like, but Japan has a big, like, a lot of Japanese companies have a lot of obsession with like pure products and like unadulterated products. Like, it has a little bit of binder in it, but not a lot. They used to eat Delectables. Actually, unfortunately, Jade's current favorite squeeze treat is the Delectables one, actually. I was behind on the churros, so I picked her up a Delectables at Kroger because they had like a little box of them. And I think she almost liked that better, so that's kind of funny. But I have gotten her the churro little soup before for her Christmas tree, and she absolutely adored it. And then, I should probably just stand here and see if I can, yeah, there we go. And then I also recently got her the churro like treats. Like no, they're soft treats, but they're like, oh, it's Delectables by Hearts? Oh. Well, thank you for telling me that. I did not know. Okay. Interesting. Well, that's good to know. You have given me the tea and I shall accept it. Because God knows we can't handle any more weird health stuff with her around here, so I'll like finish the box that I have, but then I'll... That's crazy. Rip. I'm glad we talked about that then. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I didn't even catch that you said that it was Delectables. That is horrible. Yeah, the churro soft treats I bought her recently are like, they're essentially like soft treats. They're basically like Vienna sausages, basically, but like slightly jerkied with some churro paste inside of them. And oh my God, they do. So if you don't use the whole tube at once, you do have to refrigerate them because they're, you know, they're real. But I was thinking of a different treat. Yeah, I think churros can be a little bit expensive if you don't catch them on sale, but we did have the donuts, yes. They weren't all mine. 2 of them were Caitlin's. I had the strawberry cake one and then the blueberry cake one. Really like the strawberry cake one. The blueberry cake one was okay. A little bit more like artificial than I wanted it to taste like, but the strawberry one was really good. Strawberry cake donut. Oh my God, not the yawning. Not already yawning. Jeez. I think I get like this too when I know I'm gonna have a day off. Because I'm like, oh, thank God it's over. I know I can relax. I'll sometimes like crash a little bit when I know I have a day off in the week because I'm like, so. My gacha games have been going good. And Genshin and I have been exploring the moon. And that has been a fairly magical experience. And Genshin's 2 big events right now are they're having like a summer festival where you go diving to fill a aquarium. You go like diving for like relics in like the ocean and to like fill up an aquarium full of fish. And that's been very fun because y'all know I love museum anything and any like collectible stuff. And then obviously I get primos for it too, which is good. Like so the in-game currency for polls, which is important. And then I've also been exploring the moon, and that's been very magical as well. They're doing like a magical moon sci-fi spacey environment, and I think it's very fun. So been enjoying that. Philly cheese sticks tonight. Ooh, that sounds delicious. That sounds really good. We need to do those cheese melts again. I try to regulate the amount of wheat I have every week. So I'm like, this week we're having sandwiches for lunches, so I'm being careful. But, do you really think King would use Cheese Whiz in his food? I feel like he's gonna come on just to yell at you for that. Like, King does not strike me the type to use Cheese Whiz. Low provolone, nice. Okay, cool. Well, I think that's done. I did that the hard way and I don't really even care. So did I get underneath here completely? I got most of it. Hold on. Oh, I think the playlist is already over. Give me 1 second because that was the shorter one. Yeah, that was over. Okay. Here we go. This one is quieter, isn't it? Hold on. I gotta check the loudness of it real quick. Oh, that's the game audio. I lied. Oh, words. Ah. I have not tested any of these yet, so the playlist, so I'm not sure what's happening here. I'd hope so. That's a classic of Billy. I like cheese in my cheesesteak. Sorry, I like actual cheese in my cheesesteak. Okay, cool. We're not doing much Abeling. I'll get, once we're done with the rest of the thing, I'll get up there and swing around and sing Chandelier probably. And, you know, I promise I'll do some wild swinging around on the Able cable once before we finish this level. Yeah, we had those like cheese, like turkey cheese melts a while back. They were very good. So. God, summer really is my favorite season. What is y'all's favorite seasons and least favorite seasons? My favorite season is summer. I really actually can't stand spring. I do not understand the hype around spring. I just can't connect with it on an emotional level. As someone who's really like tapped into nature for some reason, me and spring just don't get along. It's very overstimulating, but like not in a fun way. Like summer's my favorite, definitely. Fall is very melancholy for me. Not in a bad way, just, granted, I'm a Scorpio, so fall is when I'm at my most powerful, but I also don't necessarily love it the most, so like. But I also, surprisingly, so I hate being cold, but I don't mind winter. Because winter to me is a time to think. Like I do eventually get sick of winter around like early March when I'm like, okay, I'm ready for it to finally be warm again. But like, I feel like winter's a good time to think and plan. So. I think spring is less impactful for Southerners, but it's a big deal for Northerners since it's the end of snow. You know what? That is an...
days away. And of course, your calendar's all good news.
Do you have ads? How often do you have ads? Because if you do, we might have to not use this playlist. That is very fair. No. I completely understand the spring thing not being that big of a deal for stuff. Like, I'm happy that it's getting warm. I hate being cold for too long, but like, I can imagine it'd be a lot worse if it was snowing. Do Scorpios and Aquariuses get along? Yes. Also, I just have sort of a thing for Aquariuses. I have interesting relationships with Aquariuses. Scorpios and Aquariuses can get along, yes. Scorpios and Aquariuses often share the idea of not like being outcasts per se, but being kind of different, and they can, and kind of rebels without a cause kind of vibes, and so they can get along for that. So I think I remember that you're an Aquarius. Also Scorpios and Libras. So well, Scorpios and Libras can. However, I get along with Libras okay, but Libras don't always get along with me. I hydrated. Thank you, Silver. Which I feel like is about accurate to describe this situation. I get along with Libras just fine, but they don't always love me. That checks out. I tend to call them out a little bit. I don't think they like that very much. Libras care about keeping the social standard, whatever standard they think that is. That doesn't mean that it's like all the same for every Libra, but whatever they think the social standard is supposed to be, and they're concerned about what others think. And Scorpios will don't always call it like it is, but they often will call it like it is. So. When your house search any availability on Jekyll Island, I was not exactly looking. That's like beyond my price range. Also, I'm gonna drop that kind of money. I'm going to Cali. I'm not staying here. Georgia continues to be an interesting place, though. I've always told people Georgia's a really interesting place. It's not what you expect it to be, you know? It's different. I love how Ossoff right now is kind of politics time. It's kind of, like, if you didn't hear, our Senator, John Ossoff, is Trump is taking pot shots at him and trying to claim that him and Raphael Warnock, our representative, are illegally voted in because he just loves to claim election fraud. But Ossoff has been out here making statements lately, like capital S statements, and we love him for it. Ossoff is a lovely gay gentleman. I think maybe I don't know if he's our first gay senator ever, but we love him for that. And he's a king and we stan him. So he's great and he tells it like it is. And he's not going to let himself get bullied. And I have to heavily respect that. I know we want to able so bad. I need us to like do the bottom of this first. But yeah. No, Aquariuses are often astrology time. So Scorpios are, if you think Batman, that's what Scorpios a lot of. But Scorpios tend to be intense emotionally and have a lot of emotional depth and will sometimes often get fixated on revenge or obsession with ideas. Get like very obsessed with things. Hence a la Batman style. There's obviously, you know, your sun sign is not the only sign in your zodiac chart. So if you don't super relate to it, that's fine because there's like many of them. It's only one. Because like Scorpios are a lot more edgy usually and goth than I am, but that's because I have a bunch of Sagittariuses in my chart, which is very free spirited and travel and summer and fun and that kind of thing. So that's where that kind of thing comes from. Aquariuses are often known for like alien vibes and being weird. Aurora, I think, is a Pisces and Aquarius, I think, if I'm remembering right. Or is it Billie Eilish that's an Aquarius? It's kind of the people that are a little bit kooky and a little bit weird and a little bit like different sometimes. So sometimes they often feel lonely because they feel like that nobody understands them. And the part of their life journey is learning to realize that people do understand them more than they think. So astrology, yeah. Libras care very much about keeping the balance and the peace, which doesn't always mean that they're peaceful people. It just means that they want the balance to be kept and maintained. And they're often very good at aesthetic things. But again, that's only one sign in your chart, so if you don't relate to it, that's fine, because there's like many others in there. So. What about Taurus? Taurus is, so Kaylin's a Taurus. So Taurus is actually the opposite of Scorpio. Tauruses are slow. Obviously, they're like, the cow is their like symbol, the bull. But they're slow. They love good food, good naps, and are often incredibly stubborn. But they're actually the equal and opposite of Scorpios, so they can get along like a house on fire, which me and Kaylin are kind of unstoppable. We are very different and sometimes rub each other wrong, but we also are very careful not to piss each other off because we're both strong personality people. We want to make sure we're not like bothering each other. But when you get a Scorpio and Taurus who works together and gets along, they're kind of unstoppable because it's each person picks up where the other one. Oh, I didn't realize these have side ladders now. That's so cool. They really were just out here innovating with this one, huh? I am impressed. They were really just out here innovating with this game. Taurus is also very good at aesthetics and beauty and bougie. So. Okay, let me see. I feel like, okay, well, that works. I was trying to get these down low parts of the ladder rung anyway, so. I thought I was power washing through the wall and I was like, hello, but no, I was not. Ooh, nice. Very good. This playlist is like funky. I wasn't expecting it to have so much like lyrics, but that's okay. I'm vibing. It's a vibe. I think we determined that Silver's a Leo, right? Oh, Silver, does that mean your birthday is coming up soon? Do Libras typically have an obsession with stainless steel cookware? No, but they can be bougie. You're a Leo? Yeah. So Leos are like rock star energy, but not always rock star energy. Leos are a very masculine sign that have like a lot of like big business CEO vibes, but like Rolex type energy. That's probably one of the reasons why Silver likes cars, is because it's like the flashy, but they don't always have to be like crazy flashy. So I have Leo as my moon sign. So I am like, I have some pretty strong Leo in my chart. Leos are often very creative, big-hearted, but they can also be kind of like, can be domineering. So they have to be careful. Like it's one of those, Leo is often the life of the party that everyone kind of loves and kind of hates. I'm trying to think of who's a famous Leo. Oh, I think Obama's a Leo, if I'm remembering correctly, actually, which is crazy. But I think Obama's a Leo. He's a quieter one. Leos always have to be loud, but they're the sign of the lion. So they typically have like, I have pretty big, like long hair. So that's often a trait. Yep, Obama's a Leo. Yep. So they often command attention, and they often have big hearts, and they care a lot about other people, but they also want to be the center of attention usually. So, oh, you're in a foreign tour. You want to talk? No, that's totally fine. Thank you for stopping by. Good luck with your tournament. Oh my goodness. Good luck with your tournament. So, yeah, Leos will often want to be the center of attention, and they can be egotistical if they're not self-aware. But if they are self-aware, then it's fine. But it's just every sign has its good and bad sides, you know. I will say King Rat also gives me some Taurus vibes as well. So you probably have a Taurus in your chart somewhere. Also, yeah, the Queen Rat, that's probably why we get along as a Scorpion Aquarius, is I have a Leo moon. So I actually tend to be friends with a lot of Aquariuses, and a lot of like, I dated for a very long time in Aquarius. Because I think it's a lot of times Aquarius is feeling awkward with, I tend to be drawn to Aquariuses because a lot of Aquariuses have wild, fun ideas, and I love that. And, like, a lot of Aquariuses feel awkward about expressing that side of themselves, and I'm like, no, hell yeah, dude, go for it. So I think I'm very encouraging to Aquariuses to explore their creative side, and so I think that's why we get along so well. And I love the kooky stuff that Aquariuses come up with. They're like the great ideas they come up with, so I think that's why I get along with them really well. So it passed, but did you care about the Taylor Swift wedding? I have so many opinions about the Taylor Swift wedding. I just kind of scared to say them. Did my phone, you good? You good? Do not open A Court of Mist and Fury. Are you good? Why does my phone keep, VTube Studio keeps like crashing. Are you good? Big question, is Aquarius and Libra compatible? Yes. Y'all are both air signs. Oh gosh, I love how we're just like having the whole astrology talk. Okay, so yeah, so you guys have to understand, so I'll break it down a little bit. So basically, there are 4 elements when it comes to the astrological signs. Fire is associated with energy, passion, like creativity, chasing stuff, like activity, like whatever. That's Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Those are the fire signs. They're often very passionate, can be very physically active, love having fun and partying and that kind of stuff. Water signs like Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer are very emotional, very creative, feel very deeply, care a lot, will often lead with their feelings, and they often care a lot about like family and their relationships and stuff. Tauruses. Earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. They care a lot about material stuff, and not necessarily in like a materialistic way, more like they just care about physical comforts. They care about their home being comfy, their lives being comfortable. Like sometimes they can be obsessed with money, like Capricorns are the business people, but it's because they are trying to like, again, provide for themselves and have a comfortable life, basically. And then Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini are air signs, which means y'all care a lot about communication and talking. So you have a lot to like in common because you both care about talking and discussing things and stuff. But also sometimes it might be like you might have conflict because it's too much of a good thing type vibe. Like sometimes, not all the time, obviously, but it's just something to like consider. Sometimes you might have ideas that he might not like, but then other times he might have ideas that you don't like. And it's just, and I think anybody can work together as long as they just work through it. So if that makes sense. You have a lot in common because you both like communication of some kind. You care about friendships, you care about others. Like the air signs like communicating, learning, talking, everything to do with like communication and talking, travel and stuff like that. Why the heck is Aquarius not water? Good question. It is very confusing. Like, I know they're like the water bearer or whatever. I think it has to do with like the lore, which I'm not super up to date on because that's Greek lore and I don't really know a lot of Greek lore. I know some, but I was not a Percy Jackson kid in high school. I read them, but I didn't like remember a lot of them. That's not really my like hyperfixation. I learned, honestly, I think more about some of the Greek lore from Epic the Musical than I'd known like ever before. So you don't talk much about celebrities. So like I do, just don't talk about it with you guys very often. Me and Kaylin gossip a lot. Okay, so here's my tea about Taylor Swift, all right? I'm gonna tell y'all a story, which is way more information than you need to know, or you probably wanna know. So back in high school, like middle and high school, I was like, you know, middle and high schooler when she got super famous. A lot of my friends loved her, whatever. She did country music. I hate country music. Just like, as a general rule, I do not like country music. So a lot of other people were, it's an ad. Shush, shush, shush. No ads. Rude. Come on, please. All right, thank you. Okay, anyway. So did a lot of country music. I hate country music, and I was and am more of a pop girl myself. So, hi, Sketches. How are you? Morning. I mean, it is very early morning for you. We're yapping on celebrity sketches. Fantastic timing. So, also, Sketches, what zodiac sign are you? We were talking about that earlier. Do you know what zodiac sign you are / when you were your birthday? If you feel comfortable sharing, you do not have to share. But if you're aware, we were just yapping. Aquarius, sea queen rat. I'm a Scorpio. I get along very well with Aquariuses, so. This spot, I mean, Sketches, let's go. Queen rat's Aquarius too. So, but yeah, anyway, so Taylor, super country music was not my vibe, whatever. A lot of people like, you know, shit on her at the time because she's like girl music and like, you know, like the popular girl and whatever. I was like, whatever. I was very, you know, you have to know the context. At the time, my parents were raising me very Christian, and most of the music that I listened to was Christian pop. So like, that's what I had on in the radio. So I didn't really listen to like regular radio. That's what we listened to. Okay, so fast forward to like later in high school, I'd heard some of her songs. I liked Mean a lot, but again, was not a country person. Then in college, I remember this like it was yesterday. She did her big pop rebrand and she released Shake It Off and did her like huge pop rebrand, and I really liked it. But again, I'm a pop music person. I like pop music, and I liked where she was going with it. I also liked that at the time Taylor was very progressive. She was very feminist, when a lot of other pop artists were maybe not necessarily so outspoken about that kind of stuff, and I really appreciated that as well. So Taylor's sort of like, I'd never been that interested in her, but she re-won my estimation of her by doing all of that. I am no longer single. Listening, it does understand I'm happy about it. Yeah, basically. But yeah, so, you know, so like that was the vibe. I really enjoyed Shake It Off. I really enjoyed Blank Space. I like some of her more satirical songs like Blank Space. In case you guys don't know or care anything about Taylor Swift, Blank Space was a song that she wrote that was satirizing the fact that she had had a lot of relationships, and people in the media kept calling her like a manhunter because she kept dating a bajillion people and then like breaking up with them. And so they kept saying she was doing it on purpose. So Blank Space is a satirical song of what the newspapers were saying to her of like, I can make a bad guy good for a weekend. Like, so it's going to be forever. So it's going to go down in flames. I like Blank Space. I really liked Lover. I thought Lover was an incredible album. And as I've gotten older, I've grown to appreciate more some of her earlier work as well. But again, I liked her because she was very feminist. She was very honest with her life and her experiences. And she's a cat mom. and very proud of it. She was very straightforward about a lot of stuff. She felt like she was a girl's girl. And then COVID hit. She wrote Evermore, and I always forget the other one. It's not Never After, but it's something like that. Her fairy tale albums, they were fine, but they weren't something I really liked, so I just didn't listen to it as often. And then she had a really bad breakup with the guy that she was with, and then she went and started dating this football player guy. She dated a couple weird persons. She dated somebody who's like a neo-Nazi. That was like a whole mess, which is already the. And then she like went and dated who she's with now and just got married to Travis Kelce. And she stopped talking about a lot of the positive, like, you know, causes she used to espouse. And she stopped talking about trying to elevate other women and their voices and stuff. And she started hanging out with people again, like the Jenners, who were really toxic. Like people she used to hang out with, stopped hanging out with when she was with her ex. And then she started hanging out with toxic people again and saying toxic things again. Trump started criticizing her and she just vanished, which on some level, I don't blame her, because Trump was threatening to go after a lot of celebrities at the time. So a lot of celebrities shut up because they didn't want to evoke his ire. And I understand that on some level. Like I do get wanting to protect you and yours, but like she stopped championing causes. She started, I don't know. She's just giving very wasp energy at this point. And then she just got married to this dude, and they had the trashiest wedding ever, and the end. Like, I almost don't even talk about her because she's maybe a little too boring at this point. Like, I think, unfortunately, Taylor's just kind of old news. She's not important anymore. And, like, a lot of the artists from our day are not important anymore. So, like, people grow, they change, I get that. But it's just me kind of being like, it's just, she's mostly just a disappointment to me. So, yeah, she had that trashy wedding in the middle of the square. Like, you know, and with a guy that I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. I'm gonna probably evoke the ire of the Swifties at some point. I don't care. I don't think she likes him. I don't think she's into him. Listen, I'm sorry, okay? I'm a white girl who grew up around country white girls. I know what it looks like when a white girl is trying to pretend that she's into her trash ass man. Okay? I know what it looks like. And that's what it looks like to me. Like, I'm just calling it how it is. Like, I'm just saying. He's just not that unique or interesting of a person. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him. It's hard to say relevant in the news for decades. You're right. No, it is. I'm aware. Yeah, I completely agree. But I think some artists have gone on to do interesting things with their lines of work, and I just don't think she has. That's all, just the wedding was boring. It was very tasteless. It was incredibly tasteless, especially considering that, like, the economy is so bad, most people can't feed their families. And also, it just was, again, it came off as desperate to me. It came off as desperate to convince people that she's into this guy, and desperate to convince people that she's getting her happy ever after fairy tale ending. How many Super Bowls has Taylor won? She's made more money than him. Like, by multitude. She's way richer than he is. Like, that trash doesn't have a good career. No, he has a career. I'm not saying he's a bad person objectively. I'm just saying that I don't think that they're matched. I don't think she likes him very much. I think she's trying really hard to convince everybody that she's into him. Isn't her engagement ring pretty much? I think it was. Also, it was really ugly. I'm like, also, I saw a bunch of people online say this, which I totally agree. They're like, I'm sorry, if you have get married in a castle money, why are you not getting married in a castle? If you want to have your fairy tale happily ever after, why do you not want to, like, get married in a castle? Like, why are you getting married in some dumb garden where you only invite billionaires? And, like, are their star signs not aligned? I don't actually remember what Travis is. I think their star signs are fine, but she is, I think, a Sag. Remember us looking at the engagement ring and saying, that's right, they were so boring. It's like, if you're that rich, why are you not getting, like, I know in France, because I, keep up with this kind of thing, because I'm interested in art. In France right now, the new bougie thing for rich people to do is to have gemstones that are engraved with tiny pictures inside of them. Like, they've cut the gemstone on the inside to have a tiny, like, I'm trying to say profile, and that's the wrong word, but like a tiny little like picture inside. Like, oh, I don't even need to talk about Millie Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown has been preyed upon by child predators, so we don't even talk about that. Anyway, poor thing. God bless. Hollywood ate her real young, but I have opinions about celebrities. They're just spicy, and they're often way less interesting to me than like other creatives. So I just don't. It is very sad. It's very sad. No, nobody should have to go through that. It's really awful, honestly. But yeah, like if you were gonna get married, why would you not have like the most colorful wedding ring in existence? Why it had to be like boring diamond? Like, I don't know. Like you could have done anything. And like, again, you could have gotten married in a castle. You had to get married into a garden that you rented out that like billionaires, you only invited billionaires to. She like arranged her seating chart by like popularity. She was trying to be like the Met, which I'm like, the Met is already getting criticized for how vapid it is. And you're gonna like try to be it. Like, it's just giving that she's desperate to convince people that she's still relevant. She's desperate to convince people that she's happy. Like, I'm telling you, I've known a lot of white girls growing up. And the thing is too, here's the thing, right? There are a lot of people out there who dream of true love and they don't find it, and they get tired and they settle. And I don't blame people for doing that. Like, genuinely, I don't. They find someone who's good enough and they're like, okay, no, I'll settle down with this person. I'm pretty sure that's what she's doing with him. She's like, I haven't found anything better. I think he's the best I'm ever gonna get. I'm just gonna settle down with him. And I'm like, girl, instead of actually looking at your own dating choices and your own like behavior, like relationship issues, you're instead gonna decide to settle with the most safe thing you can find. And again, I don't entirely blame her, but she's being so bratty about it, which to me says that she's really not into it and she's just trying to convince herself and everybody else. Basically, everybody, and me included, will be 0% surprised if they get divorced in like a few years. Not many men can be equal, and that is the hard part, right? That is the hard part. I think that's the reality a lot of women are facing. So, but yeah, we'll see. It's a curse. Exactly. Be too successful and it's a curse, but her art got super weird too. Like, I can always the circus comes to Hollywood like a double burger. Yep. Like, I think the thing that sucks the most about the Met is I'm like, conceptually, I don't hate the concept, but the ridiculousness of it all and the like, what's the word I'm looking for? I just keep saying oligarchy, but like just the absurdity of the dog and pony show of it all and how expensive it is and where that money is going. They don't ever report where it's going to the public, so you don't even know where they spent it. It's supposed to go to help the museum, and I believe that some of it does, but they do not make their expense reports public so they can tell people where the money goes, which is sus as heck. And like, if they focus more, I feel like, on indie designers or like really good art, it would be one thing, but they always just want to go for shock factor, and it's like awful. Like, some years have been amazing. Like, I remember that one year where they did the Catholic theme and Zendaya wore a Joan of Arc outfit. That was so cool. That was very art. But a lot of other years, you're like, I don't know, man. I feel like all artists go through crazy, famous artists go through crazy phases. I mean, fame makes people crazy. It does. It genuinely does. And I don't blame them, but it's a lack of socialization because now they can't socialize like a normal human being, and then they go insane. Humans are just animals, and if we don't get socialized properly, we will go nuts. And that is true. That's a fact. Where is the dirt? You keep saying you have dirt. I don't believe you. Okay, thank you. That's where I came to metal and horror. So, student advice would eat the Met. Does Amy want 500 million? I'm sure the Amy show, you bet your butt it would. I like Zendaya and Tom. Me too. But they're cute. They're very cute. And they clearly go through phases where they have issues in their relationship and they work through it. Like, they clearly work through their stuff together. And I have to respect that. This is such a like, this song that's playing right now almost sounds like a Desiree Smith kind of like emo butt rock energy. I kind of love it, actually. haven't heard music like this in a long time. I feel like there was more dirt under one of these struts. I lied. It's apparently gone. Okay, cool. Time to start dirt hunting. So yes, I thought it was incredibly tasteless. I thought it was incredibly stupid. I also thought it was incredibly, like, the base. Oh, did I untag it? Oh, interesting. So you can untag stuff. That's fascinating. Oh, it like auto tags it. Oh, interesting. Okay. Not. I was 0% surprised by it. And also, again, she's just a disappointment because I feel like she could have used her platform and her power to help people so much more. And she just didn't. And I understand she doesn't owe anybody anything. Like, I would never say that I think she owes anybody anything. That's not the point. It's just more if you're going to be a billionaire, help people. I don't understand about billionaires at all. Like, if you have $1 billion, why the heck are you not a stretch? I remember at one point Elon Musk, this is back in like the Facebook era, Elon Musk was like, if somebody, you know, if I could solve if someone gave me a plan to solve world hunger today, I would like sell enough Tesla stock to end world hunger. And the actual World Hunger Commission, I forget what they call it, but there's like an actual World Hunger Commission, like messaged him and was like, hey, we have a plan. We've had a plan. Like for years, we have a plan to solve world hunger. Like we will DM you right now. And Elon chickened out and wouldn't do it. Coward. And it wasn't even that much money. Like not compared to what he's actually worth. It was only like 1/3 of what he's actually worth. I'm like, why would you not? Why would you not? Like, I understand it's a lot more complicated than that. Like, it's not like just throwaway money. Like, I understand that it's a lot more complex than it sounds. But like, at the same time, like, why would you not even like help a little bit? And I'm not saying Taylor does donate to things. I'm not saying she doesn't. But I'm just like, I don't know. Noblesse oblige. Our overlords seem to have forgotten the concept. Spend $5 million to be opening her own call center. Listen, I'll tell you, I've always joked. It is actually funny. I have actually gotten weird looks at work for this before. I think they didn't like my answer, but I'm actually dead serious. If I won the lottery tomorrow, I immediately will tell you what I'm doing. I'm not quitting my job yet because I need some time to process that. But I am immediately like putting over half of it, if not more. First off, if I won the lottery, I would 100% take the payouts. I would not do the one big lump sum. That's not happening. I would go insane with that, I think. Like, it would just, the pressure of it would make me go crazy. I would 100% be, I would take the, like, payouts. Is this what we're looking at? I don't entirely understand how this works, but that's okay. I would not take the lump sum. I would take the gradual payouts. I would start investing them almost immediately. If I quit my job, it would be like,
you can actually take control of your finances.
it would be to take a part-time job so I can spend some time like working on my plan and stuff and like working on what I'm going to do. And, oh, there it is. I was like, where the heck is it? I just need to get this one. I would also probably pretty borderline immediately hire an editor and start trying to stream full-time. Because really, honestly, at that point, it's an editor, maybe a content manager, someone who like social media manager who knows more about this stuff than I do. So like a strategy manager. Excuse me, Ulysses. I would be hiring me people to make my channel successful. And then I would, like financially successful, and then I would just do this. So, investments mostly though. Living off of dividends type vibe. Twitch partnership, exactly. Platform frame, platform railing bar lower, platform railing post. Which one? Is it really that one? Oh, it is. Maybe then I'll finally get paid. Maybe then Panda would finally get a mod stipend. Job complete. I'm hoping this is peak cleaning. We're looking for someone to clean up our tea room over at Power Falls. Oh, that literally is a tea room. Hold on, I need to able. Yes. Wee! Wee! Hold on, I want to turn around. Oh, I can't see behind me. Money will mischange Miss Amy, but for evil. Exactly, though. Ah. The Abeling thing is honestly so cool. I hope they do this more in other levels because this is really neat. Being able to like swing from the I wanna swing from the chandelier, from the chandelier. I wanna fly. Ba-da-da-da. I don't know the words of the whole song. Whee! And then I'm gonna fall. Boop. The Abeling was a blast. Okay, amazing. We finished the billboard. Took way longer than I thought, but that's okay. The artifacting of like the boots, that's kind of funny. Yeah, 1 hour 33 minutes. Dirt Finder, I'm sure more than happy to forget everything that has been happened and forge an incredible future together side by side. Well, not by side by side, I'll be in front and above. What kind of positions are you describing, Jeff Jefferson? Oh, you're into that. I didn't know you were into that. Okay. Let's go to our home base. Let's see if they have any more furniture unlocked. I don't think we do, but I'll just check. We can do like a quick... They're so cute. Look at them. Oh my god. We can do a quick scan for what we have available to us now if we've unlocked more outfit cosmetics and stuff. Nothing new so far, it looks like. Furniture catalog. Do we have any more free furniture? Oh, we have that ugly... I don't feel like buying that ugly couch. Nope, no Friday stream. I have... Well, I'm working on Friday. And also just in general, no. Unfortunately. My PP points. Not my PP points. Okay, so we buy with cash. Oh, wait, so we can get... I already own this, right? Oh, I can sell. Okay, so I do own that power washer, which is good. I guess we can get the other extensions for it. Never. Wow, that took all of our cash. Never mind. Do a different van. We don't have a lot of van options yet. I do kind of love the clean machine, though. We don't even have enough power wash points for that. Never mind. Never mind. We're still broke. I don't even see washer cosmetics available either. So, like... Whatever. And you have to, do you have to use PP for these too? You do. Ugh. Maybe we can use, do we want to use some PP for these or do we want to save? I kind of like that lamp. I mean, we already have this lamp though. The typewriter's fun and the sewing machine, but I don't know if I like any of the desks. This is a fun playlist. I actually do like it. No extra stream, unfortunately. Maybe someday. That day is not today, though. Sure, let's clean the teapot. Isn't it astonishing how the universe works? We just finished our annual karmic mud flinging workshop, and we're looking at our wonderful tea room cover top to bottom, and my assistant asked if it would be clean again. I laughed and I said, of course it will. And at that exact moment, a flyer for a power washing company blew into the courtyard and stuck itself to the wall. That sounds like something that would happen to me, low-key. Whilst the mud made that one unreadable, it reminded me that we already had your number from Harper, who'd had a great time at our workshop. That's hilarious. I will clean your teapot. When I become rich, I will. Exactly. When I become rich, I will stream 5 days a week, and that is a promise. That is a promise. Look at this. This is special. These guys sound woo-woo. I love them immediately. Let's do the bigger one. We need to waste time. Waste precious power washing time. Ooh, the dirt is getting stronger. So yeah, maybe then we should save our cash for a better 5K, I think, was the next one. Don't know if you've ever tried karmic mud flinging. It's quite amazing. First, that you think of anyone who's ever wronged you, then you pick up a big dollop of mud and fling it whilst uttering what we call expletives of forgiveness. I fucking forgive you, you piece of shit. You unwashed dirt bag, I forgive you. That's so funny. That's a workshop I would go to. What is the craziest thing you would buy if you were rich? Like really rich? First off, the house I would have would be incredible. I'm sure that sounds horrible later with the music, but that's okay. I would have a wonderful house first off. I would have a really big house, I think. I was talking about this with Kim the other day. We were seeing some sort of like somebody's rich mansion somewhere. So I don't know if this is just too niche of information for all y'all to resonate with, but have you guys seen how in a lot of modern rich mansions, they typically have this entryway banister staircase, right? That does that like split up the middle of the room or whatever, with a bit of a landing at the top so people can dramatically come up and down the staircase and whatever. I get the vibes. But they're all the same. They're all the same shape, and they all have the same wrought iron, like railing, like banister railing. And I kind of was thinking about it. If I was like, if you were like I think I was seeing there's this guy on Instagram and TikTok that's been doing the most expensive houses in each state or whatever. And I was like, if you're gonna own a $42 million house, because that was what they were looking at in Georgia. Why would you have the exact same simple wrought iron railing on your staircase as every other rich person in existence? If you have $42 million house money, why are you not getting a custom artisan to come through and like custom carve and or like cast iron you a custom staircase banister? Like, why do you have to look exactly the same as every other rich person? Like, why are you not being original? That's my gripe with most people, rich people, I think, is they are not original enough. Most rich people don't even have secret libraries. Why would you not have a bookcase library? Like, what's the logic? If you're rich, why would you not like have a bookcase library and like a secret garden and like a hedge maze? Like, why would you not do all the cool stuff that everybody wishes they like a observatory, like telescope room? Like, why would you not have some cool? Rich people are old, say tradition. Yeah, I think it's a combination of old rich wanting to fit in and nouveau rich wanting to stand out and also fit in. And they just don't. It's the same reason people buy Gucci. Gucci's not good quality. The true quality is in bespoke pieces made by bespoke artisans, where they make it to you specific to your taste. And Gucci's not good quality, but the luxury market, like Gucci, Supreme, Louis Vuitton, even. I follow this really cool guy on Instagram who is like a leather artisan, and he his whole thing is dissecting leather bags to see their actual quality. I'm gonna lose my mind. Shut up. There we go. Okay. Oh, it ended. That's why. Okay. There we go. I'm starting my playlist over. But yeah, like Gucci is not good quality. It's not. And not Louis Vuitton isn't nowadays either. Like, he'll cut them open and he's like, you're paying for the label. That's it. And I'm like, why would you not be seeking out the like traditional leather artisans and getting your like self like the coolest like. They're too busy building mansion bunkers for after they destroy our planet. Exactly. I have seen some people talk about their whole, in case you didn't know, the crazy rich people in our country, like Bezos and the like, are building bunkers, ? So that whenever the world ends, ? They can live on in luxury, ? But a lot of people have been like, I don't think they like have thought through who's gonna make them their food, who's gonna like take care of their bunker for them, who's gonna run their farm. Like, are they gonna take a select few humans in the bunker with them? Like, also, you really think those humans in the bunker won't revolt? We all know Fallout. We all know how that goes down in Fallout whenever the bunkers get sealed up and people have to live together like that for time out of mind. Who's gonna enforce it? Mutiny will happen immediately. I don't know what they're thinking. Get them from the rich young people in Florida. That 42 million there would go to modern luxury, and older people are in Georgia. You'd actually be surprised. So Georgia had, it's not as big as it was, a really big Hollywood boom. We were kind of becoming the new Hollywood for a minute. until A, you know, COVID happened and AI happened and Hollywood in general was collapsing. But B, Georgia made a bunch of very red state policies, like the fetal heartbeat bill and things like that, anti-abortion, like a whole bunch of that type of stuff, anti-queer type stuff. And Hollywood was like, nah, we're pulling out, man. Like, we don't want to do business in a state that's gonna like not match with a lot of people's belief systems, especially when it's like California celebrities, you know. They'll obviously take some people for some flavoring. Oh, I'm sure they will, but that'll be over so fast. That'll end so quick. The actress career? Nah. Although my dad, I remember one point my dad was like, yeah, they filmed one of the Avengers at my old plant. I was like, they filmed what? He's like, yeah, the old plant that I used to work at, the fiber optic cable plant. They turned it into a movie studio now, and they filmed one of the Avengers there. And I was like, and you didn't take me to meet Chris Evans? Because my dad can still badge into that place. And I was like, you didn't take me to meet Chris Evans? And he's like, well, I didn't think about it. I was like, what do you mean you didn't think about it? I was like 16. I was like, I could have met Chris Evans. Rude. Hi, Lunch. How are you? We're yapping. We like to yap about crazy stuff. Lunch, do you know what? We're just getting the other way. Do you know what zodiac sign you are, Lunch? We were talking about this earlier. Do you know what zodiac you're signed on? If you say Aquarius, I'm gonna crack up. We were just yapping about that earlier. So, Aquarius, are you serious? Are you playing with me? Are you serious or are you joking? Feb second. Wait, are you actually for real right now? 3 for 3, baby. 3 for 3. That's so funny. That's so funny. Queen Rat is an Aquarius. Groundhog Day. Queen Rat is an Aquarius, and so is Sketches. So that is so funny. I was just talking about with everybody that I was like, yeah, I'm a Scorpio, but I get along with Aquariuses really well. That is so funny. That is hilarious. That is actually really funny. Bye, Silver. Thank you for coming. That was my ex's birthday picnic. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out, Silver. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good weekend. I will probably not have a ton of weekend updates, but you know me. I'm always like, this weekend's gonna be chill. And then, dear reader, it was not chill. But we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated over the weekend. I hope you have a fantastic evening. I will take care of myself. Thank you. I'm so for real with you that I'm staying in bed until at least like noon. I'll be awake, but I'm not getting out of bed until noon. So, bye, Silver. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. You have a good night. That is so funny that you're an Aquarius, Lunch. I was just, talking with Queen Brad about it, of like, I think Aquariuses and Scorpios can get along really well because a lot of Aquariuses are, Aquariuses are known for being like alien conspiracy types, like kind of kooky, kind of wild, has a lot of like cool ideas, and they're out there and like very unique. And so sometimes it can make them feel kind of nervous because like they feel like other people don't understand them. But I love that. And I encourage the heck out of that. So every Aquarius friend, and one of my long time exes, I think the person I dated the longest was an Aquarius. Like, I encourage them to be themselves because I think y'all's ideas are very cool and neat, and you're not as weird as you think you are. Also, if you don't vibe with that description, it's fine. You have a whole zodiac chart. Your sun sign is only one of them, but this is where all the cool Aquariuses come to hang out. That is hilarious. That's so funny. That is so funny. No, it's so funny that y'all are all like Aquarius, Taurus, or Leo. Because that's like all the signs that I know really. And Libra. I've had some Libra friends. My mom was a Cancer, but I'm not cool enough. You're like cool in a different way. You and Kaylin will vibe, so. Okay, boop, boop. That's just actually hilarious. I've noticed when as I've gotten old, like birds of a feather tend to flock together. I tend to attract like the same kinds of people, like signs and stuff, which is sometimes karmic, sometimes not, but like I just think that's funny. That is hilarious. I hope you're having a good day though, Lunch. Thank you for coming hanging out. My voice is lasting longer than I thought it would. My voice is very tired from work today. I thought I was gonna like tap out sooner, but I'm doing surprisingly well. I'll probably be super like, hey, after I get done streaming though. Where are the cats? This is very important. Hi, Ulysses. Oh, here they are, the kitties. Oh, babies. Are you saving the teapot for last? Oops, you replied. Yeah, no, I was saving the teapot for last. I'm about to do it now. I got these guys done, and then I'm gonna scooch this out of the way. Look at the, like, lake. Anything weird out here? Any secrets? Oh, you guys are going to hear some cooking ASMR. I don't think, oh, they won't even let me. I was about to be like, will they let me jump in the water? No, they will not. Darn. I wanted to drown. Let me drown or try my luck. I wanted to try my luck jumping across the island. I so am. I so am saving the teapot for last, actually. Oh, look at like the wood chips. The mud throwing thing is very funny. Yeah, no, I'm saving the teapot for last. I tend to do this stuff very systematically. I've said before, but I played this game a lot at work as sort of like stress relief in the past. The old one, not the 2, but I used to play Power Wash 1, so I've gotten very systematic with how I power wash because I just played hours and hours of it. I need this to be like just a little bit stronger. I need one of the new power washers. We need to save up for it. I played a cute, creepy demo today. Ooh, what was it? What game did I hear about that I was like, gosh darn it, I want to play it? Of course, nowadays, there's like whole Instagram accounts and stuff whose whole thing is they share cool upcoming games, and then I cry because I can't play it. I mean, we rated Siren. Oh, I just washed it away, but there was like a little smiley face on the ground. That's actually kind of funny. We rated Siren the other day, and she was playing the new Assassin's Creed 4 reboot, like where they remastered it. Y'all, I want to play that so bad. And I wish I had the time, and I also wish I had a computer that could run it, but I do not have confidence in my computer running that rebooted game and streaming at the same time. But man, if I could. About fishing, you fish and solve a spooky mystery. I'm only 2 hours in since my lunch break time limit, but it's entertaining. Oh, what's it called? I feel like I might know about it. I think I've like heard of that before in one of the like Cozy Game Roundup stuff. Yeah, we would be playing the heck. I was also thinking too, would you guys, obviously not right now, but would you guys want me to do, I mean, I'm probably going to anyway, so I don't even know why I'm asking, but someday, would you guys like me to do an Assassin's Creed sort of marathon? We probably won't play it all at the same time. Might be like an ongoing series. Eventually, I want to have a time slot someday where we do story games, like Assassin's Creed and Dishonored and stuff like that. Hey, Wishy, heard you down at the Tea of Tranquility today. Tranquility, haha. Ha ha ha. How's it looking? Wasn't so tranquil there yesterday, I can tell you. Yeah, it's probably a bunch of white women screaming and throwing mud. In our element. In fact, it got downright feisty. Yeah, I know. In our element. I support women's rights and women's wrongs. Oh, that's all he's going to say. Okay. It's called About Fishing. Interesting. That's neat. I'll have to look at that. But yeah, I love the Assassin's Creed games. I've already tried to do YouTube videos and some of them, so we won't be able to play 1, and like Assassin's Creed 1, and I don't even think we'd be able to stream 2. And it's specifically because of Ubisoft bullshit, where they made the game try to connect to Ubisoft Play, which is a social platform that no longer exists, so it makes the game buffer every 30 seconds. So stupid. I think that, and even on the, like, there's no way to turn it off. And even on the PC version, it still tries to do it, which is awful. Like the Steam PC version, because I just don't think it exists without it. But I think maybe some of the newer ones, like maybe Brotherhood we could potentially... I remember playing Brotherhood on my Mac and didn't have any problems like that. So I think that we should be able to stream Brotherhood on, which Brotherhood is my favorite, like, Assassin's Creed game of all time. I personally think it's the best one. Personally. It was my first Assassin's Creed game ever, and I'm obsessed with it. But I have not played any of this. The last Assassin's Creed game I played was Black Flag 4. I have not played. I bought actually on a Steam sale, so I own it now. I haven't played. What's the British one again? I don't remember what it's called, but the British one. I also haven't played, and I haven't played Origins or the Greek one, Odyssey or Valhalla. I haven't played any of the new ones. And that's it. Like, so I would love and oh, they're coming out with a new Assassin's Creed that looks so exciting. I don't love modern Assassin's Creed, but the new one looks crazy. It's called Assassin's Creed like Hex, and it's about you playing a witch during the witch trials. It's not gonna be like magic. It's gonna be like you're a typical assassin, but they're accusing you of witchcraft and you're trying to do it during the witch trials. It looks so freaking cool. Like the little bit of the leaks I've seen about it. And I'd love to play the new Japanese one too, because it looks really good. But the big T is Assassin's Creed used to be more of a story-based, you know, locked map type game. And then they were kind of flaming out because a lot of their games had gotten samey, and a lot of the, you know, gamer bros at the time were getting mad at them and saying their games were stupid because, you know, they focused on history and learning. So The Witcher 3 was really popular at the time. So they stopped, rebooted, and came out with Origins and Odyssey and all those. And they're like a 3D, like a open world map exploration type game. Like there's story, but it's like more open world map exploration, like The Witcher 3. And then they did away with their entire old timeline. Like they had like a story going in the real world and they trashed it. And now nobody likes the game franchise anymore because they alienated their longtime fans and they catered to fans that got bored and left. And now it's just kind of a franchise that's flailing and has been for a long time. Because I think I've finally seen some people do some retrospectives and they're like, they alienated their true fan base by chasing clout, basically. And then now they can't get those old fans back without like pissing off their new fans. So now they're just up shit creek without a paddle and they can't fix it. And they're making everybody mad by making games where women are the protagonists. So like, because they catered to the gamer bros that didn't want women as protagonists. So like, just, it's a mess. But I'd love to play the new ones because some of them do look really cool. I just don't own them and have not really had a platform to play them on. But now that I have a gaming PC, I can play them a little bit more, I think. So the only way I've ever played is Unity. Oh no. So Unity was really sad. It was really bad. That's like one of the, I think that's largely considered the worst one, but it wasn't that it's bad conceptually, it was really buggy. They also kept releasing games too quickly and they were full of bugs and they wouldn't like fix them. So yeah, unfortunately Unity's like the worst one. So yeah, you know, I'm sure you know, but Brotherhood in my opinion is still the best one. Like hands down. Also, they're constantly dealing with the issue of they've said they can't make Assassin's Creed in modern times because modern guns and stuff would make it almost impossible to keep the gameplay formula the same. So I played Brotherhood. I own Revelations, but I've never played it. I played 1, 2, Brotherhood. I played 3, which is the Revolutionary War one, which the story on that one's kind of bad. It's kind of iconic, but it's kind of bad. And then I played Black Flag, and I played the heck out of Black Flag. So you had to give them for free. That makes sense. Kane, you gotta go. Bye, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I might run a little bit long tonight. I've been trying to do a little bit shorter streams, but I might run a little longer because I'm off tomorrow, so I can. Also, Kay only just got the food in, so I can afford to hang out a little bit longer. So, bye, Queen Rad. Thank you for stopping by. What's y'all's like favorite story-based game franchise? I feel like story-based games are not in vogue right now. I love them though. I just feel like maybe too many people used to play them and like stream them and they got kind of like tired of it. But I feel like they're not in right now, but I really love them. Like they're some of my favorite game franchises like ever. Too many. It's really into Assassin's Creed. I've not gotten the pleasure of playing them, but we will someday on stream. The Horizon games, oh my God, those games are so good. They're so good. Like the Horizon games, I don't think they get enough credit for how good they are. I guess technically Breath of the Wild counts as that. A story-based, like kind of like, it's a story-based exploration game. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are two of my favorite games of all time. They're not even like, when I say they're my favorite, it's not even necessarily that my favorite, they're just my obsession. Just inject them into my veins. I think I'm actually genuinely not kidding. I think I've literally restarted Breath of the Wild upwards of 20 times. I've also played that game during work to cope sometimes because it's calming for me. I get on a horse and ride around. Like, genuinely, just getting on the horse and riding around is one of the most soothing things in the world to me. Oh, Mr. Gnome. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Gnome. He fell over. He teetered for a bit, and then he fell over. I'll pick you up in a minute, Mr. Gnome. Don't worry about it. Can I actually rotate you or no? Yes! We didn't Oh, but we can't rotate up. Oops. Well, I want to be able to rotate him. Okay, so I can rotate him this way, but I can't pick him up. Like, I can't rotate him up and down. I'm sorry, Mr. Gnome. Here, let me put you in a chair. If you have to be a struggle, you can at least be comfortable. Oh! Okay, this is a method. Oh, nope. Okay, well, at least, listen. You're a sacrifice now. I don't make the rules. That's one of the reasons why you want your PS4 back. I owned a 360, like an Xbox 360. So, I've also never had the pleasure of playing a lot of the Final Fantasy games. I owned 13 and I really enjoyed the heck out of it, but I never got a chance to finish it because it's very long. But I've never had the pleasure of playing like any of the Final Fantasy games. I would love to at some point. Like I said, goals. Someday when I can stream like 5 days a week, we'll do the, we'll have like a story game day where we'll stream story games and stuff. So, I actually really want to stream Dishonored with you guys. I think my biggest issue with Dishonored, for streaming anyway, the save states are kind of weird. The Dishonored levels, you kind of have to like complete them. You can technically save at like midway points, but their save states are kind of funky. I know King Rat's not here to occur. You think we should play Dishonored this fall? But trying to think about what fall games we should play, but like, I don't know. I own both of them now, I think, so. Dishonored is another story game franchise I'm obsessed with. I've only beat Final Fantasy X, a little bit of Final Fantasy X too. Yeah. I think it was fine. Okay. I have such a restricted stream time, you know, that's the only reason why I think about it like that is because I really need to stream like an hour. You put all of them? That's so fun. No, we would definitely do a peace and then a genocide run on both of them. To be fair, 95% of it was huge. This huge fella from the boonies. Oh god, there was a fella there from the boonies? Throwing mud? Honestly, you should have seen him. He had the silhouette of a Sasquatch and the karmic footprint of an angry wasp. That is a beautiful description, Harper. Thank you. I'm so glad you put that in my brain. I stream, I was still doing like 3 to 4 hour streams. Yeah, that's the thing, right? With me being so restricted on time, I think that's the tough part. We maybe have to like do it on like a Wednesday or like a day where we have like a shorter yap so that we get to it in time. So. Yeah, I've talked about this before, but like, so freaking mad. I played a peace run, like a pacifist run when I played it at home for myself years ago. And then I went to play a genocide run and I got all the way through the genocide run. And one of my, like, I was so close to the end getting the genocide ending and not like the true bad ending, not like the mixed bad ending, but like the genuine bad ending. And then one of the villains I was killing did a monologue. So I stopped to listen to his monologue, right? And then he died and it didn't count as me having killed him. So I didn't get the genocide ending because I didn't kill him. I was so mad because it was also like 10, 12 hours into the game. So it wasn't like towards like the beginning of the game where I could have just like gone back and like restarted or whatever. Like it was like later in the game and I would have had to replay the whole thing and it pissed me off. I was like, are you kidding me? Anyway. That was funny, but very frustrating. So I'd love to actually get a true genocide run with you guys because that would be very fun. I know what you're talking about. I think I have the same situation. And like, it sucks because it'll give you like the baby genocide ending. Like, oh, you were some good and some bad. And I'm like, letting a man bleed out, I think, does not count as peace to me. I'm sorry. Like, where is it? It keeps saying this floor is dirty. Where is it? Is it here? Let's see it. This is a fun playlist. Okay, we did de floor. Now we shall do the pot. I think these flower planters on the other side are actually really cute. I'm a fan of those. I think I might actually need yellow for this because I gotta make sure it gets clean or whatever. Yeah, it's so frustrating because you put so much work into doing the genocide run. I think I am obsessed with the genocide run in Dishonored, actually. I know a lot of older story-based games like that would have like the good ending and the bad ending if you were a good guy or a bad guy. But I think what was so cool, kind of like similar to Undertale, I think what was so cool about Dishonored's good versus bad ending is the peaceful, like the pacifist route in Dishonored is actually really hard. Like, it is not easy to achieve. It takes a lot of patience and like you fail a lot, and it takes a lot of like, you know, making sure that like the guards don't see you, and if they do see you, you have to reset, and it's like this whole thing. And then, so I played this pacifist run, like 40 hours, right? Pacifist run, super long, learning all the lore, whatever. You learn so much of the lore of the world and like about the people and all this stuff. And it's like so complicated and cool. And you get so many cool like story options. And then when you play the genocide run, it's like a fourth of the length. You don't learn anything about the world. You don't learn anything about the people. Killing people is so easy. They make it so easy to kill people. And it's like almost unsettling how it was so hard to do the pacifist run, and then doing the genocide run was so easy. But like, I think that's the point. I think the point is to show you that it's easy. Violence is easy. Violence is easy. Choosing the peaceful route and choosing to like care about others is hard. Like, kindness is hard. And I think that was very cool because Undertale did a similar thing of like, Undertale made it really, I mean, I'm not saying that the genocide run in Undertale is easy because they make it really hard on purpose, but it's just very different. So I've tried Dishonored on and off. I repeatedly, and I didn't actually get to play the whole thing until I streamed it. Then I streamed the whole series up, so I streamed for real, right? Streaming will encourage you to finish stuff you would normally do. Tea of tranquility, exactly. I've tried to pacifist run before, and if somebody did good, and I was like, screw it, just snap their neck and stab them. You gotta have the patience. Listen, I like to think of it that I'm hunting them. Because I have the same thing. So this is, I really like the first Batman Arkham Asylum. If you guys have ever seen that game, see anyone play it or played it yourself, the Batman Arkham Asylum game. I never played any of the other ones because I think they were all hot garbage. I heard from other people they were hot garbage. I think the first one was good. I know a lot of people shit on the later ones for being terrible, and that's totally valid because they looked like a cash grab. They didn't look good. They looked like bad. But I really enjoyed the first Batman Arkham Asylum as a huge Batman fan. I've always been a huge fan of Batman. I really liked the first Arkham Asylum game. I like going hunting. I would drop the bodies of the men that I captured on purpose in front of the others so that they would, all cluster in one area and get afraid. I like perching on the rooftop and waiting patiently. I'm a hunter. I like waiting patiently to snatch them up, snap their necks. Well, not snap their necks, just make them go sweetly night-night and then drop them where the other ones can see them so they can be afraid. I also enjoy the stealth in Assassin's Creed, but I am going to be honest. The stealth in Assassin's Creed for me is often, I try to be stealthy, and then if I get caught in Assassin's Creed and they sound the alarm, I'm like, you know what? It's still stealth if nobody lives to tell the tale, If nobody survives to tell on me, does a tree that falls in the forest make noise? You know what I mean? That's my attitude. I would select on who to kill if it was an innocent bystander. I just knock them out. Yeah, that makes sense. Me and Assassin's Creed. I try not to kill anybody in Assassin's Creed, but shit happens. Also, I really enjoyed the Ezio arc because first off, I think it's just the best in Assassin's Creed. But then also, they teach you. We used to have real Assassin's Creed games, aka they would teach you to swear in other languages. I learned to swear in Italian because of the Assassin's Creed games. I'm dead serious because they teach you to swear. They'll say like the Italian word, like swear word, like the character will say it, but then they'll caption it in English as like merde is shit. And so I learned to swear in Italian in Assassin's Creed. It was so funny. Have you played BioShock games? So I haven't, and I really want to. That's another on like the like dreamy list for us to play together. I watched someone play all of Infinity. So I've seen the full story of Infinity or whatever. I actually started playing BioShock 2 when I first moved in with when Kayla and I first became roommates. We moved into this apartment together. We were playing it. Like, I was playing it with her, and it was really fun. Like she was watching, and I was playing it. We were having a blast. I never finished it because my Xbox bricked itself because I think my 360, it was already old. It was one of those eco-friendly models. I got it for cheaper because it was eco-friendly, and then it was always weaker than a regular Xbox 360 would have been. It like didn't have as much processing power, and then it bricked after that, so I didn't get to finish it, but I am obsessed with them. I've always wanted to play them, so I would love to stream those with you guys too. Play them. I know they're so good. I've only played and beaten Infinity. I streamed the first one only once, but did horrible stuff to try again someday. I really had a good time with 2, I had a physical disc of, so I was playing at the time. I think I technically now own all of them on Steam because I keep getting them on Steam sales. So, I do hoard this kind of stuff. Oh, Mirror's Edge. I have played all of the first of Mirror's Edge and loved the heck out of it. And, such a good time. Am I good at the parkour? No. But do I have fun? Yes. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. So, I think that truly is the beautiful thing about Steam, especially with older games, is you can find older games on Steam and get them for like $2. It's so nice. And then you don't have to worry about like platforms and stuff. It's for your PC. I love it. I think it's great. So Steam is truly a beautiful place. So this is so like, I mean, this is an older playlist, but this is so like internet butt rock from like 2016. I kind of love it. The music, the playlist. So, but yeah, no, I would love to play on those stream with you guys too. So we gotta make like we need to make like a master list. I do technically have a master list of games I want to play, but I'm bad at updating it. There's just too many freaking games, and I know Palia has so many cool updates, and I just can't freaking play it. My computer just doesn't like it, and now granted, I haven't downloaded it in a while, so I don't know if maybe they fixed some of the run issues, but I'm gonna guess probably not because they never did before. So I think it was an optimization problem, and being able to stream it and run my VTuber at the same time is really hard, I think, for my computer. So I just, also my other problem with Palia is it was massive. I don't know what it is now, but like at the time when I was playing, it was like 50 gigabytes. I was like, oh my God, it was so big. This computer doesn't have a ton of hard drive space. Unfortunately, it was like one of its downsides. It has like 500 gigs of hard drive space, which is not a lot. So I have to kind of manage storage on here a little bit, but I do miss Palia a little bit every once in a while though. So maybe someday we shall return when I have a better computer. And we can play Slime Rancher because I want to play that too so bad. So yeah, Mirror's Edge, Assassin's Creed, Dishonored games, so good. Never got to play the Horizon games, would love to. What's some of the other ones? I would love to try Bloodborne. I think Bloodborne is super cool. I've never, ever, ever played a Souls game in my life. Would love to start with Bloodborne and then maybe Elden Ring. You're gonna watch me cry. I will not be playing any of those games while I am working at my current job. I will tell you that right now. I do not have the spoons for that. Like, that would be so much mental energy. I don't know why I guess I'm doing the side of the teapot. I guess I have been doing the side of the teapot and I wasn't paying attention. Okay. The Horizon games are so fun. They look so fun. I also love any game with bow combat. We also will have to play the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at some point because, again, they are my favorite games of all time. But I like playing them. I don't know if I want to do walking sim with them or not. I like playing walking sim in games where I walk everywhere cinematically. Maybe that'd be like a Friday chillin' vibe kind of thing. I don't know. I've also never played a true MMO. I think the closest I've ever gotten to MMOs is like Genshin. And they're not even really an MMO. They're just kind of, I guess, are they an MMO? You can multiplayer. I don't know if they are. You can multiplayer in them, but it's not like the default setting the way the MMOs. If the only game I was able to do bow with a controller. Yeah, I love doing bow in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. It's because the Switch has motion controls, which I hated with the Wii, but is very good with, I really want to Switch 2 now, y'all, and I don't have the money for a Switch 2, and the prices are only getting more expensive on that, and it's making me mad. I want to play, I'd be playing Tamagotchi Life with y'all. I'd be playing, what is it? Pokopia. Oh my god, we play the heck out of Pokopia. I want to play the new Pokemon games too. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done a Pokemon game and like committed. So I committed to Sword and Shield. I made it all the way through Sword and Shield, and I cannot delete that save file because I love my team and I don't want them to go bye-bye forever. But I'd love to play a Pokemon game with you guys. Stream everything all of the time, you know? Can't stop, won't stop. Genshin's more of an ARPG. You are correct. I completely agree with that. Yeah, it's not, because it's not MMO, because it's not like, you know, mass multiplayer the way that. But like, you can do multiplayer, and especially with their new stupid multiplayer mode, you can, but it's not the same. You are right, Paley is MMO. I agree. Excuse me, I have the hiccups, y'all. Let me drink some water. I gotta find time to play a story game with you guys. Maybe sooner rather than later. I also already played Coral Island. God, there's so many stupid games. We haven't even played Fields of Mystria. Like, there's so many games. Oh my god. It's the worst. We probably will not finish Power Wash this summer either. Power Wash 2. We might have to like... I can't tell if I want to finish it maybe like next summer. This is thinking way ahead. God knows where I'll be next summer. But I can't tell if I want to finish it like next summer. Picote Cop, Aqua Regis. I wonder if you're free to watch on my shooting gallery at the Wingerloof Carnival. That's a name. Wingerloof Carnival. Yeah, I can't tell if I want to finish this like next summer, if I want to hang on to these levels for like when I need to do some like pre-recorded streams, because Power Wash is very good to do pre-recorded streams for. This is kind of like the ideal. So for like holidays or if I'm busy or something like that. So did you fall over too? Bad. Shush. You're not sponsoring me, so I will not play your ad on stream. We've already made it almost through the dang. I should probably end soon if I've already almost made it through the entire, here, go join your gnome friend. The size of install files is only 20. Oh, that's good. They must have optimized it a little bit because it used to be like a lot more. It used to be 50, so they must have like trimmed it down. I mean, it's about time. They probably should have optimized it a little bit. It was a little big, but and like it's one of those like it's a game that's in beta, right? I get it. Like, oh god, also Lofty is supposed to come out this fall. I don't know when the heck we're gonna find time to play that, honestly. Like, I almost don't know if I want to save Lofty for next spring. Also, Witchbrook is they're still working on it. They haven't said when Witchbrook is coming out. They shifted the release date to sometime in 2026. I at least want to try Witchbrook. The more I hear about the like actual gameplay mechanic concepts, the more interesting it is. Like, you're basically a witch that's going to witch school, but like, you live in the town and you take care of, you need to like make money too to like fund your daily expenses or whatever. So you like craft potions and sell them to the townspeople. You can do errands for people and stuff. They let you fly on a broom. There's like seasons. Like it looks very, you take your classes. It's like, it looks very intricate. So like, I want to play it. We just gotta like, it gotta come out first. So, and we'll see how much it like, a lot of the concepts are very like interesting conceptually, but like whether or not they actually execute on it well is kind of the question. So, but I want to play Witchbrook too. So there's just too many good games. There's too many good games. Deciding which one is a nightmare. Okay. My tummy's starting to grumble. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. I don't think we're gonna finish Date Everything, by the way. I think y'all already probably have figured that out. But it is a good game. It is so long. And I respect the really hard work that all the VAs put into it and stuff. And it's such a cool concept. It's just very, very, very long. It's so long. And it's like, we didn't even make it halfway through the game. There's so much to see in that game. And I think it's so cool. But like, I just don't think it fits the vibes of what I want to play on the channel. Hugely respected as a concept. Amazing work by the VAs. I've not ever really totally been much of a dating sim person in general, though. Okay, very important question. Can I actually just get up on here? Let me on the teapot. I am definitely a I would rather stand on something kind of person. So much has happened in Palia. Yeah, I heard that you guys got horses now. Oh my God. Not the horses. And we also have to play a stupid horse game. I feel like I would be remiss to not play a horse game in the Year of the Horse, right? We got to play a horse game at least at one point. I was thinking we might do at least a horse game this fall for Barbie. Like for my birthday, for Barbie vibes. So, we'll see. We will see how it goes. So. I still, I think, want the channel to be mainly like cozy and sim games because that's kind of my like niche, I think. But I think we'll definitely play other stuff too. I think it just like, we'll focus on it. Really, if you, one of my big role models when it comes to streaming is Simsy. I really like the way that Simsy runs her stuff and the stuff that Simsy does. And I very much respect Simsy as a person. And like, I have always loved her channel and both Twitch and YouTube and the way that she handles things. And so I take a lot of my streaming inspiration from Simsy. So she mostly does cozy with some like other stuff mixed in when she feels like it. So that's kind of the similar vibes. I will not be streaming like 7 days a week though, like she does. That is actually crazy work. I don't know how she does it. I feel like so that is actually something I've thought about of like, I want to stream like 5 days a week if I could, but I don't want to do more than that because I feel like I would eventually grow to hate it and I would go insane. Also, y'all would start feeling more like coworkers and less like friends, and that would also suck, right? Because it's like you got to clock into your job every day to go see your coworkers. I mean, like that would be a lot. So I don't think I would do that. You got to have time to rest and have a life, and that is the hardest part being self-employed in general for the 5 minutes I've done it, is that finding time to have a life and be a person. But y'all have to have stories for my Yap, so like I can't just do like nothing but stream. So it's, I feel like we're almost, I was gonna say we're almost done with this. I lied. We're definitely not almost done with this. It's probably counting the other part. Okay, Mr. Gnome, I love you. I need you to wee. Sorry, buddy. I wouldn't be mod every stream if you did. Exactly. I think that's why someone like Simsy has like a gajillion mods, right? Because it's like she needs that, so they don't have to feel obligated to show up every day of their lives. So that would stress everybody out, I think. So 5 days a week is almost too much, I feel like. The only reason I'm considering it at all is just because we have so many games I want to play, and I want to have the chance to do that. But I would not start out with 5 days a week. I'd probably start with like 4. Just to, I used to stream 4. That's kind of how we did when I was doing just streaming, was just doing 4, so we can have some breathing room, you know. Okay. I think I'm getting hungry, so I think that is probably going to be about it from me. We got started. We finished our billboard. Got started on our teapot. Is that really all we did tonight? Is the billboard and part of a teapot? That's kind of sad. Did we do anything else? Am I tripping? No, I think it was just this. Well, I mean, we're almost done with the teapot. We just have to finish the teapot itself and then 69%. Nice. If you can see that behind my overlay, we're at 69%. Nice. But it looks good. Look at it. Tea of Tranquility. That's a nice door plate. Anyway, we are gonna go. I love you all. I'm gonna go have my weekend and my day off tomorrow. I hope you have a fantastic weekend yourselves and stay cool. Again, I know it's a little cooler than it was, but everybody just stay cool. Don't get too hot. I love you all so much. I will see you guys on Monday. We'll be back on Monday. More Barbie Beach. I feel like we didn't make as much progress as I wanted to last time, but we also made a bunch at the same time. We got to save up for that stupid floor tool. You know what I mean? Like we have to, I think the music, hilarious. I think the music literally just ended. We have to save up for that floor tool, like that, like 5 research points for that floor tool. We'll get it pretty fast, but we're going to do the floor tool so we can change the floor. We're just working on the park. So I kind of hate the arrangement of those big slides that we got, but I think once we expand the park, I can move stuff around to where it's more, I have kind of a bit of a vision for how I want the park to look. So anyway, we'll work on that maybe on Monday. So I love you all. Again, thank you for coming in, hanging out. I really appreciate it. I'll power wash as yeah, that's fine. As always, if you miss these streams, you'd like to catch up, I do have a re-upload channel on YouTube. I also have a main channel where I post so if you want Amy's VODs for the old live streams, for the newer ones, go to Amy's Adventures Gaming, the main YouTube channel. For my current lives, they are under the lives tab. On YouTube. So all that's linked in my about page, so you'll be able to find it there. Harper, what do you want? Still, what have you, huh? Gotta love working on that drop with the rushless all covered in snow covered and serene. Okay, cool. Harper, I'm trying to do an outro here. Panda put it in the chat, but !Discord in the chat if you want to come hang out. We yap about food, jobs, pets, whatever, art, whatever we feel like it. You know, that is free to join. So please join that if you would like. And then I post my stream schedule every Monday. I post it on Twitch and Instagram as a story. Twitch as a, Twitch and Instagram as a story. Discord is a longer post with more information. We stream at the same times every week, but I let you know what games we're playing. And over on Discord, I give you some more information about what we're doing in said game. So you can know what to look forward to. But anyway, I love you all so much. Thank you for coming out. Thank you, Panda. Thank you, Lunch. Silver, the rats, both rats, King and Queen Rat. EP Sketches was here as well. Sketches was great. I think that was everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out. I love you all. If I missed you, I'm sorry. And also Lurkers, I love you too. It is not like I just don't have a name to call. The Lurkers, I love you too. You guys are fantastic. We're going to raid somebody really quickly. Let's see who is up. Following Hyacinth, Nutski, and Cosmic Chaos. Let's do Hyacinth. We haven't rated her in a bit. What is she doing? Art. That's cool. She's doing art. If you want to stick around, see Hyacinth, a fun another adorable fairy VTuber. Oh, her setup is so cute for the art. She's got like a book or whatever for her tablet maybe. But if you want to see her, stick around for that. But I love you all. I will see you guys on Monday, and we are rating now.
Raven, but if you're not, please give Raven some love. They're wonderful, delightful, and super cute. I love hanging out with them. Oh my god, another one. Oh my gosh, hello Amy. Does this mean I have to do it again? Henrix, we may never get to your wings. I don't know if you'll get to fly. Hi Amy, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid.
Stumbled in with one friend.
So great to see you, Amy.